Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat.
Hello and welcome to the Swag on the Beat podcast. Oh yeah, we are back and it is episode in the early 30s.
31,
31, 30, dirty 30 and 1.
Yes. We asked for a 13, but they drew a 31.
Yep. Yeah, nice. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Thank
good.
you.
Now also, we have to update our follower, which we do each week now. It is, of course, Harley, who we spoke about last week, who the bumper man.
Yep, car crash Harley.
Car crash. Well, car crash is a strong word, okay? Because then you have to report it to someone.
3-car pile up, Harley.
No, but we thank you for your service again, Harley, to the show, and appreciate it. So that's on the way. Also, he has a hat that's on the way. He's probably already got it, actually. But, yeah, so that means
On the way to his head.
On the way to his head. And that means that board member number 33, Casual Mike, is on the outs. So
Oh, yes.
thank you for your
service.
tenure. You've had a great tenure. It's been a great week with you. And now we got Harley. So moving on. Now,
Nice.
I had I read a DM from someone who was querying the follower thing.
Okay.
And they suggested that, I think they were biased, and you'll find out why. They suggested that the board members should have preferential treatment when being considered to be followed. And I was like, that's interesting. You know, nepotism in the commercial world can be, very cut and thrust. So
Like
I don't know if
they-
we want to
yeah,
really go into
Like
that
they
too
get
much.
more votes in the ballot, like an NBA draft ballot, or
Oh.
they get assigned more seats, like the American election. Like
Yeah.
if the board
Yep.
members are California and Texas,
Yep.
and then the regular people are like Dakota,
Yeah, okay.
North Dakota.
Dakota Fanning's a great person, but anyway,
Yeah, she is
but
on the board.
That got me thinking about could we kind of broaden the sphere of thought there, which is probably something that I think could be interesting, and it doesn't have to be a follower or a listener of the podcast. It can just be someone that impressed us globally in the week,
Okay.
or someone of interest that we think would be a cool person to follow for that week.
Okay, that's
Maybe,
interesting.
maybe because we got a lot of people wanting to be followed, and that's great. We would love to honor that. The page is growing, so the significance of being followed by the page is growing as well.
I can't imagine the kind of opportunities and brand deals these
man.
people must be getting.
Mike from last week, he got
$1 million.
umpteenth dollars.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
Anyway,
I think the similar to the analogy I used before with the American election. I think the followers themselves should get a few more seats than a random person that we were impressed by that week. But nonetheless, they are still eligible.
Okay, we'll just put that in. That's out in the ether. So we'll give suggestions if you want to put someone forward. Put a friend forward if you think they've done something good.
So humans
tell us
of the
why.
whole world.
Yeah, humans
if you
of the
do
whole world.
anything.
Yeah, that
take
New York
note
thing's way too small sphere for us. We're bigger than that.
Yeah.
Anyway, good week.
I
Good
think
weekend. We had a good weekend.
Yeah, good weekend.
Massive week for us, really.
This coming week.
It
is a big week.
Well, it is a big week because, and we don't say this every week.
Good chat. My weekend was good. I went to a chopper show at a pub in Collingwood and played a bit of pool there. My housemate Dobbo and I played some tactical doubles where we stayed on as champions for a few games, and I think we won a couple of free drinks out of it. So
yes, because you texted and you were like, come down here if you're chilling, and I was like, I know why, because you want to beat me.
To clean up more ball. Yeah. No, what were you doing on Saturday? I saw you were out and about.
I went and saw it. Yeah, bless you. Yeah, sorry.
Just coughed right in the
good.
microphone.
I usually bring up mics closer to my face when I cough.
Pull that mic closer so you could cough. I think it was your fist.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No, that's good. It's good.
It's your house.
It is your house. We're in the big Mike's house.
We are in Mike's house once again.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're very welcome.
Yeah,
Love
and
having
we're
you here.
I think this
Yeah.
is the third time we've been here for the pod.
Third time for the pod. Fourth time we've all collectively been here. Probably anyway, whatever. We were here last Friday.
Yes.
To try out Mike's brand new Switch 2 Nintendo console, and it was awesome. We loved it.
So if you use another console and then you start using the Switch 2, you can say, I switched to the Switch 2.
Oh,
It's amazing that's not the marketing slogan.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually good.
Okay.
Yeah. But we had a
should get
great
into
night.
marketing.
Yeah. No, we did have
It
a
was
great
a very
night.
good night. Then we went to dinner. Mike very kindly for dinner. The guy was great that served us.
Oh, dinner at Bahari, yeah.
Yeah, Bahari.
Yeah. They can get a shout out, sure.
Yeah, they can get a shout out.
that was great.
But this week, tomorrow, we are getting on a plane. We're flying up to the Gold Coast to take part in the McFanning Charity Golf Day,
Yep.
which we're pumped about. We were there last year. It was epic. And we
Very
can't wait
exciting.
for that.
More exciting for you as a person who plays golf.
I am the player of the
but
golf.
I am still excited to go up to the Gold Coast and walk around in a nice place.
Yeah. And they put
sun.
you in a white jumpsuit because you're their official caddy. But something like that.
Yeah. But I don't know what they do. So everyone was looking at me like, could go and do the thing that caddies do, which is, I don't know, retrieve the flag or something.
You
Capture the flag.
usually are telling the player, use this club.
Oh,
you should use this club because you're hitting it this far today.
Okay, if that's what you want me to do, and you got legally bound by the club that I give you, then I can do that.
Yeah. But so we're looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty big show, I would say. Actually, I'll put it in the mega size show today.
Wow.
Yep. So we should
Not the MAGA size show.
No. Well, I mean, whatever people like, they can like that. That's fine.
It is a mega size show.
we should move on quite swiftly, I think.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yep.
Super massive show.
What final word before we get into it?
Hell yeah, my brother. Oh, no. Jack, it's time for another round of Impression Game.
What beautiful. Now, we are in Mike's homemade studio, and you pointed outside out to the balcony. So I was almost about to get up and jump off the balcony, but you meant to point at Mike, who's on your right-hand side now.
I was pointing over the other side of the world, around the globe, and to Mike over there.
Yeah,
so
and Mike turned around and saw the end of your finger.
Yeah, exactly. I can't break the habit of pointing left to Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, so Impressions Game. Another round, and for this round, we've got our listener Ben on the line who can hear us now. Ben, how you going?
Good. How you doing, boys?
Very well, thanks, Ben. And so Jack and Mike don't know the impression that we're doing today.
So you have an advantage, Isaac.
Well,
right
as
now?
before, because I've been liaising with Ben,
Yep.
I saw the impression that he put forward, and I promised
You read
myself
it and forgot it.
that I wouldn't
and asked him.
practice. I did it. I did it once just to make sure that
You did it once?
Well, I just did it in.
You can't do it once. You can't do it at all.
What's the reason? Must be a good reason.
Yeah,
great.
I thought I did have a reason, but I didn't have a reason. So you guys are
Lucky
just gonna
we
have
interrupted
to,
you then.
Yeah, you're just going to have to cop it on the chin and take the disadvantage on this
Well,
one.
Ben,
But
keep that in mind when you're judging us, because that's how it works, isn't it? The contestant does judge the players in the building, right?
but
Well,
also,
he's not a contestant. He's the judge.
He's the judge
Yeah.
and the caller. Yeah.
but also, Ben, keep in mind that you and me have already had some back and forth. So we've got an existing relationship,
Yeah,
right,
an
Ben?
unfair-
So we're kind of mates, I guess. We go back. So keep that in mind when you're picking the winner today. Okay, so Ben, tell Jack and Mike what impression. Oh, also, before Ben says this, this is quite topical for one of us three, which
Okay.
you'll find out in a second. I
Okay,
think that
okay.
one probably has a distinct advantage already.
Oh, okay.
So,
Interesting.
Ben,
So,
let us know what the impression is.
Righto. So it's Severus Snape talking to Harry Potter.
Professor Snape from Harry Potter. And as we know, well, no, you were about to do it. Jack was about to do it. Do it in
I
your
have
head.
one question. Do we have to say a particular line, or can we choose the line? Because that'll affect my performance.
Well, I had Ben. You can weigh in here, but I just thought we need to say Potter. We need to say the name because that's the quintessential Snape thing. Ben, do you have a line in mind? Otherwise, I've got a quick line here that I
reckon probably the first line they have in the classroom together probably be the best one.
Is it? I think it's like
If you can say
Say
it
it
in a
regular,
regular
in
voice.
Mike voice.
Mr. Potter, our new celebrity. I think that's the
Okay.
line.
Okay, I was thinking either that
fine.
or you could just say yes, Potter, Defense Against the Dark Arts because
But he
that
doesn't teach that.
doesn't he say
No,
that?
he's the
though?
potions man.
I don't think he ever says that.
Okay.
Mr. Potter, defense against.
I feel like I can imagine him saying that.
That's like,
okay,
that's like
sorry,
typing,
Mike, we're not all
that's
Harry Potter
typing in
nerds,
the
yeah?
chat GBT, hey, give me the Harry Potter movie in 5 minutes. It just has all the major
Okay,
lines.
Mike's pissing himself laughing at me because I haven't memorized all 8 movies or whatever there
The
are.
other
Go.
iconic quote is turn to page
394.
394.
I wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think we need to say Potter. Do we? Just because...
I don't know. I feel like also now this is hard because now Ben is kind of going to have an idea of what people are going to say.
Well, that's always been the case with the impression game.
I feel like the most iconic Snape quote is turn to page 394. But
Yeah.
maybe we could do Mr. Potter, turn to
Yeah.
page 394.
Okay, yeah,
Agreed?
Okay.
Yeah.
Which,
Judge Ben, are you happy with that?
Yep, I'm happy with that one.
Okay, cool. So, Mr. Potter, turn to page 394.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay, happy with that. That sounds good. Yeah, God, this is going to be.
All right, so
could be a landslide.
Ben, in case you don't remember how it works, Mike's going to spin our order wheel that tells which of us is going to go first, and you're not going to know which of the three are doing the impression.
Yep.
But after all three have been done, you can choose which one you deem the best impression.
And viewers, if you got Spotify visual, you'll be able to tell. So try
turn
and play along, turn it off. If you want to play along, turn it off.
Or
now.
close your eyes. Or if you're driving, just cover your phone.
Wait,
with,
some
no, you
people
shouldn't
have?
be watching
You
while
shouldn't be
you're driving
watching it.
anyway.
That is actually illegal unless you got the Land Rover that has the screen in the dashboard.
Surely that's still
Some
illegal.
people have that.
That's still
they
gonna
make
be
it anyway. Play on.
You can't be watching TV while
No,
you're
you
driving.
can. Yeah.
Just because it's there.
I know someone that we were watching the footy while we're driving somewhere.
They should make a little projector that you can project onto the inside of your windscreen, so you can just be
Ooh.
watching like
That's
full
good.
plasma
like
size TV.
the Simpsons trying to drive to Alaska.
Yeah,
In the Simpsons movie.
Okay,
so let's play.
Mike's going to spin the wheel.
We've got a
Ben,
random-
let's
Yep,
go.
spinning now.
Do we bring the wheel? Oh yeah, we did. It's just out of frame here. Ready, set, go. New studio. Spinning. I just bumped our camera.
There are 6 wedges on the wheel with each possible combination of
Yes.
Mike, Isaac, Jack, and
It's landed on one.
it has landed. I will point to the first impressioner. Ben, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Mr. Potter, turn to page 394.
Not bad.
That's
Pretty
good. It's
good.
a little bit sexy.
You could be saying that about anyone.
Yeah, as I could.
Person number 2.
Mr. Potter, turn to page 394.
Ooh.
Okay, person 2 there.
Person 2.
A little bit less sexy.
Mr. Potter, turn to page 394.
Also a bit sexy.
It sounded like that person almost forgot the number.
All right, Ben, what's your verdict?
Verdict, please. Yep.
I'm going to have to go with number 2, boys.
Oh,
Interesting.
No,
Okay.
it was the rightful winner.
Yeah. And now we're 1-1, I think.
This is the
was
4th
Isaac.
time we've done it.
That was
Okay.
me, Isaac, by the way, Ben. And
Not that
thank
it
you.
matters. Not that it really matters, but yeah.
All the practice you had.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, well, that's an asterisk against that one, Mike, you would say?
True.
Too bad.
Anyway,
Win's a win.
that's great. Ben, can we hear your Snape impression with that exact line, please, just to take us out?
Yeah, right. Mr. Potter, please turn to page 394.
Pretty
That's
good.
pretty
The
good.
intonation. I like
That's
the
pretty good.
intonation.
Yeah, it's good. Well, in the words of Voldemort,
Jack, we're going to be staying in a hotel in the Gold Coast this weekend. Which
Yeah,
is
we are.
Always
Yep.
exciting. Hotels are always a fun experience.
yes.
I think
They are, yeah.
Well, I mean, are they? You see, it sounded like
No,
you
yeah, they are.
disagreed.
They are. They
Yeah, I
are.
thought
Well,
they were.
we stayed in a place once, and it was on the dime of someone. It was either an old manager or someone, and
Yeah.
they was when there were 3 of us, and they booked a 1 bed
Yeah.
hotel,
One room with
one
one
room
bed.
with 1 bed,
Yeah.
and we end up. It was just like madness.
Yeah,
That was
there's someone
the-
upside down on a chair.
That was
and-
fun, and then it was quickly not fun when it was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's bedtime.
Well, most of the time they're
Most
fun.
of the time they're fun. Yeah.
And I think the more stars the hotel has, the more fun it usually is.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
obviously the star rating system, the higher the better.
Yep.
I think the highest one I've ever stayed in was a 4-star hotel.
Okay, that's
which
pretty
I think
good.
was in Singapore, right? When we went over there,
Oh,
I think we
yeah.
snagged a
Yeah.
4-star.
Well, I guess mine's 4 as well then.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Have you
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
stayed in a 5-star hotel before, or Jack or Mike?
I feel like, sorry, before Mike comes in, I feel like in my adult life, I feel like Airbnbs became more of a thing. So going for like a good hotel, I would probably divert to an Airbnb before
Yes.
going up to like the Ritz or whatever
Ooh.
a hotel is. I don't know. Mike?
I probably would too.
Well, you guys might not like me bringing this up, but back when I worked for the old guys,
they are old. and they are old. Let's not forget that.
My old job.
They treated you poorly and put you in a 1-star
No,
hotel. didn't
they used to put us in really nice hotels.
Whatever, man. Wait, hang on. We didn't ask for your opinion
Well,
on
you
this.
did.
Yeah, we objectively did ask for that. Well, maybe we have to one-up them and go, what was the star?
5.
Okay,
well,
we'll do a
Crown
6.
Crown Sydney was probably the nicest.
Crown
Well, it's
Sydney.
funny you say that. It's funny you say Crown Sydney.
whatever, Mike.
We're all familiar with
So boring.
the star rating system for hotels, right?
Yeah, yeah.
5 being the best.
5's the best.
But there's plenty of 5-star hotels in Australia. You got the Ritz Carlton, Park
Oh,
Hyatt,
the
etc.
Ritz is actually one. There you go.
That's a 5-star
Okay,
hotel.
there you
Yeah.
go, yeah.
But there's been a trend in recent years for hotels labeling themselves as 6-star hotels.
Yeah.
We're so good.
Yep.
We're a 6-star hotel, and actually, the Crown Towers in Sydney was the first hotel in Australia.
So you've been in a 6-star hotel.
Wow,
Mike.
I didn't even know that. But it
Wow.
was so good.
Okay, great. Well, let's just not go on about it too much.
Like, if we
okay?
ever had to travel for this show, I would automatically be disappointed with whatever you guys.
We were going to ask you. We almost asked you to Gold Coast, but maybe
that's good to know.
It is tomorrow.
If you're going to be disappointed regardless, then we're going to get you a 1-star on the street somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 6-star hotels.
6 stars.
Have become a
There's
recent
one.
thing.
There's one.
Obviously, the 5-star hotel rating has become too watered down or something that people need to assert
Too
themselves
saturated
as better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were speaking to one of our friends the other day who deals with a lot of high-profile clients and has a lot of high-profile meetings.
Yep.
And he was saying how he went to a meeting with someone in Dubai,
Yeah.
and they were a very high-profile person, and
Yep.
they ended up staying at one of the best hotels in the world.
Yep.
The Burj Al Arab in Dubai, and apparently they claim to be an 8-star hotel.
8-star.
The world's
I
first
remember
8-star
him
hotel.
saying that. Yeah.
8 stars. Come on.
So not only 5 is generally considered the top.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of 6s.
I get the 6. It's like, oh, we're 11 out of 10. We're so good. Whatever. Yeah. But 8
is
stars.
like-
come on.
Yeah.
You're taking
It's
the
too-
P155
it's-
now.
8 stars is like skipping 7. And when 6 is still dubious anyway, it's ludicrous.
Maybe
really.
they didn't skip 7. Maybe there is 7s out there anyway.
Maybe,
and they need, I thought as soon as he said I was at an 8-star hotel, I thought that didn't even sound that good. It sounded like it was 8 out of 10. It's like non-associated with 5 that you think, oh, that must be 8 out of 10. That's not even that good.
Very Dubaian to do that as well.
Exactly, dubious and Dubai.
Oh, okay, that's good.
But where do we draw the line? Obviously 8-star hotel. Obviously,
A
someone's
line.
going to be a 9-star hotel. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then when it's 9, someone's going to do 10, and then they're going to have to reset the system.
If it's a 10-star hotel, like you know how it arcs usually if there's a 5-star hotel sometimes? Like if it's 10-star, it's going to go all the way around. I'm just going to think I'm looking at a Western Star butter
true. True.
tub, you know?
Yeah, I mean...
Which is a very good quality product, by the way. Sponsors beware.
5 out of 5 star brand. But where does the madness end? Exactly. Because then when they get to 10, they're going to have to reset the rating system to be out of 10.
Yeah.
And then people are just going to go, well, we're an 11-star hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, we're in an endless loop.
The commercial world.
Exactly. It's spitting in the face of rating systems altogether. It'd be like the...
It is a number fallacy that you would take personal offense to, I
What's
think.
the point of having a rating system if you're not going to obey the rules of it? It's like, it'd be like having the health star rating for food in Australia and saying, oh, we've got a muesli bar at 6 out of 5 health stars. It's so healthy it rewinds your age. It just, the point of a rating system is to provide a standardized way to evaluate quality.
Sure.
And so anyway... I thought the 8-star must...
Take it up with the ACCC.
I'm going to take it up with someone.
Yeah, okay.
And as in my research of trying to find who to take it up with, I thought surely 8-star must be the best hotel in the world. Yep. But actually, in my research, I stumbled across a new chain of hotels that have recently opened up and are claiming to be the best in the world. And I've got a recording of the advertisement.
They had an audio advertisement.
Welcome to the Grand Pines, where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy a weekend away at one of our 1,000,000-star hotels. That's right, our hotels are over 100,000 times better than those rundown piles of crap 5- and 6-star hotels like the Hilton. And don't even get me started on the Four Seasons. More like the Four Shut Up. With the hotels all around the globe, come and enjoy a luxurious getaway at the best hotel in the world. Purely based on star rating. Our hotel lobby alone is 85 stars, and our rooftop bar is 5,643 stars. We've even got a tennis court out the back that is a lazy 50,000 stars. These other hotels just can't even compete. So if you want a hotel that is stars you can count on your hands, then sure, go to the Ritz-Carlton. But if you want real luxury and a shitload of stars, then you've come to the right place. Wow. Where does it end?
That's
Where
great.
does the
I love that.
end?
I want to see the full version of that video because I can imagine like the fast crashing zooms that go to slow motion and stuff.
Well, it was a visual ad, so I can show that to you.
Please
after.
send it.
But
Just
yeah, see
it.
what I mean? It's just getting out of control. 8 stars, 5,600 stars.
I thought you were going to go to like 30 stars, but you've got 1 million.
Well, I mean, the Grand Pines.
Oh, the Grand Pines.
Yeah,
the Grand Pines.
Yeah, I mean, 30 stars, maybe that would have been believable. No, not even. 8 stars isn't believable.
Yeah.
8 stars or 1,000,000 stars, they're both equally as
an official warning to hotels out there. Watch it.
I'm going to boycott this 8-star hotel in Dubai just for this reason. I'm not going to stay in there. No,
but if we do travel to Dubai for the podcast, we'll put Mike in there out of solidarity just to prove a point, but we'll never go near it. Hey guys, we have had a slight issue with our audio for the next segment, so please bear with us. It'll be sounding a bit weird, but we liked it enough, so we're going to keep it in. Yeah, we lost the audio from the podcast equipment, but we've luckily still got the audio from the phone, so it's going to be a little bit stripped back and lo-fi. It's acoustic, swag acoustic.
Actually, guys, we've intentionally made the audio a bit lo-fi for the next segment, so enjoy the more stripped back audio for this segment only.
8-big swag. Isaac, I realized something quite recently that despite having our own show with the microphones, headphones, we've got a producer, it's all here. Mm-hmm. Doing a podcast is distinctly different from doing radio. Mm-hmm. In that we're not necessarily live, although we don't really cut that much or edit too much. Yeah. Despite Mike doing an amazing job of it. Yeah. But we don't really.
If we had to, we would be able to.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing that I noticed is on a podcast, radio people, especially commercial radio, but any radio, they have to, the song fades out. And then they have to restart the segment or whatever they're talking about.
There's a bit going on.
There's a bit going on. That you got to sort of work out what's going on. Maybe you have to look, what's the name of the song? What's going on?
Yep.
And then move on to whatever the next thing is you're doing. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to see which of the three of us would be best suited to being on the radio without any practice, including Mike. Mike will play the game too.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've picked 3 songs from 3 different genres, and that should give you the implication of what kind of a station you're on.
Okay.
So it's your job to hear the song and go, I'm on this kind of a station. Match the energy. Okay. Get the ball rolling, and then all we got to do is just throw to the news. You're just throwing to the news, and then it will cut, and then we come in.
Okay.
And then we sort of assess it at the end. Any questions?
What's the name of our station?
I think that depends on. I guess.
I don't know. Should we say real station names or not? I don't think
why
so.
don't we just be like a Swag FM?
Swag FM.
Yeah.
Branding.
But the name of the particular show.
Can
change depending on the energy of the.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah.
Great. That's awesome.
Great. Okay, so I think don't spend too much time once you're on. Just it's like about being clean and quick and throwing it to the news.
Queen and click. When the queen clicks her fingers, we move on.
Does that all make sense? I think that's right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so Mike.
Wait, I need to think of a news item. Oh, we don't.
You're just throwing to the news.
Okay, now.
Whoever does news. It's just about.
What's the name of the news?
That's up to you. You'll hear the song. You might know the name. If you do, great. If you don't, be professional and deal with it because it's live.
Okay.
And 2, throw the news in the most professional way possible.
Okay.
Make up the name. If it's a male, it's a female. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Now. Yeah. We need to assign random who gets stuff randomly. We still have the wheel out from the previous segment.
True,
so
we do have
We
were going to pack down the wheel, but we decided against it. So
keep it up.
Luckily, we still have it.
The beautiful 6-wedge wheel.
Yeah.
And I'll give us a spin, and we'll find out who goes first.
Just down it. All right, got a frame there.
And spinning. Okay.
Oh,
this is exciting.
All right, there's the order.
Michael, who is in order? Oh, we can see it too. Oh, wow.
Wait, isn't Mike the only one that can see it?
As you can see, Jack is up first.
Okay.
So this is a random you've got 3 different audios and you don't know which one.
I don't know which one's coming.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to play the first one you've given me. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
Yep. Yes, and welcome back to Swag FM. You're here with Damo, and we are taking you through this beautiful Monday morning. We are throwing now to Julian, who has the news for us. Take it away, Julian.
Pretty good, Damo. I would listen to that. That's good.
Until I was saying Damo.
Nice.
Okay, so that was
no recognition of the song.
Oh yeah, no. That's the thing. Deer in headlights. I thought I'd be better than that. I mean, Rose's Sweet Child of Mine didn't say it.
True, they do say that after the song on the radio, don't they?
Yeah. Sweet Child of Mine, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
So, maybe it's a good thing I didn't say it.
That's
stuttering like that. Okay, well,
that's good. That's great. A great benchmark.
Keep spinning the wheel. Not required. The wedge is there.
Okay.
Mike, tell us who's next.
So it's me.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So I will just start. I'll just go.
Yep, just go for it.
Here we go.
Yep.
An amazing Mozart's 18th Symphony. The new one from Mozart. It's Sally Jones here, Swag FM, and we are over to Sally Jones for the news. Sally, what's making news?
Oh!
Wow, that was great. That was awesome. That was really
real
good.
deal.
I thought you called yourself Darren Jones and then Sally Jones was the person.
It's a media family.
Nepotism of classic Swag FM.
Wow.
That was really good.
Oh my goodness.
That was great. That was clearly has been in the industry a while.
Yeah. That's a professional right
there.
Right.
We've
got the radio
voice.
His name is Radio Mike.
I totally forgot that.
The piano really threw me.
Yeah. Okay.
The new one from Mozart.
That
come out last
week.
week.
He hasn't done anything in ages, but dropped an 18th Symphony out of nowhere.
That's very good,
It
Mike.
was Beethoven, but good guess.
Okay. So I guess Isaac is.
Isaac.
Although I think Mike does get points off for saying the wrong song. Because if you don't, if you don't know what song it is, you just got to roll with it professionally.
Oh, that's interesting.
You can't give Mozart credit.
Don't think it was professional.
It added to the theatre. It was.
I guess.
But you'd be getting a lot more interaction and voice breaks with the listeners because they'll be going, that wasn't Mozart's 18th.
True, and it is all about engagement in the radio. That's pretty good. All right.
Anyway, okay, next we
Next
go.
one.
Here we go, Isaac.
Third and final. Okay.
Yo, and that was a classic banger from that person who sings that song. And isn't that putting you in the mood for a Friday Arvo, everyone? Because I know it's putting me in the mood. If anyone's wanting a vodka cruiser, go and get some and listen to the news that's about to come up. Gabby Gibbo, come up with the news right now. Gabby Gibbo. Oh, you said match the energy.
I did. That was funny. I love it.
No.
That's interesting because that was Taylor Swift. So I thought you were going to go Nova.
Okay.
You've got your, sorry, you're going to go, what's Nova? Hit Radio. I thought you were going to go Hit Radio.
I think that's what I was.
You just went with your energy.
When I'm on the field, man, I just go with what I'm feeling. That was what I was feeling.
That is what live recording is. That's what live recording
Exactly.
is. So thanks for playing. Mike's crying.
Let's
I
go.
would love for Gabby Gibbo to be a recurring character on this podcast.
Well, funnily enough, Gabby Gibbo is actually my cousin.
Oh,
I have a
wow.
cousin, like a third cousin called Gabby Gibbons, I think, that I haven't seen in 20 years. But
Beautiful alliteration with the name
It
by
is
her
good.
parents, I would say. Anyway, so
If
Let us
maybe
know who we-
the three of us should make a radio station where we just like gamble whatever genre of music is played. One song it's classical, then it's rock and roll, then it's whatever. And then each of us takes turn in being the one that segues. That's a bad idea. We shouldn't do that.
That's a good idea.
No one would listen to that.
No Bad Ideas Live, coming to you from the Swag on the Beat podcast.
Swag FM.
Swag FM. Do it again.
Let's
No,
take
don't. It's the end.
This is Sally Jones with the news coming up. Take us away, Sally.
Isaac, sometimes in life, unexpected things happen. Sometimes in life, really impressive and once in a generation things happen.
Wow.
You know, like people can be once in a generation. You've got people like Charles Darwin, Nikola Tesla. Sport, you've got Don Bradman, Tiger Woods,
Michael Jordan.
Those, so it's like people that will really define a generation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying I've definitely found someone, but I'm saying someone is heading really close towards that.
Wow.
And it's something that we've spoken about on the show previously.
Okay.
We have our main page and we also have our podcast page where we post clips and Mike edits them beautifully, and that we really appreciate that. We've recently started putting up sketches, little sketches that were like, oh, that's not quite main page. We'll put it on the podcast page.
Short and sweet on the podcast page.
You know, people are getting around them. So we thank you for that. On the latest sketch we put up on the podcast page, which was When You Think Your Life is a Movie, where I'm leaning up against the window, looking out the window, listening to music. I'm listening to Thank You by Dido. And then,
is it Dido? I thought it was
Dido.
Dido.
There you go. Well, relevant. Anyway, and then you're screaming, you go, hey, Jack, what's going on? And then I pull up my headphone, what is it? And you're like, you're driving. I go, oh my God, I can't keep looking out the window like I'm in the back seat. Drive. The car flies off the cliff.
Classic.
Oh my God, hilarious.
It's a bit better visually than auditorily.
Well, maybe we should start doing director's cut walkthroughs of our sketches. Maybe it would be interesting.
Scene by scene analysis.
Now, people more and more, especially recently since we started the podcast, feel compelled to express themselves via comments on videos, which we really appreciate. Now, I'm suggesting, I've got Rory, who is the person in question. He commented on this video, and I am suggesting that it's probably the greatest comment I've ever seen.
Wow.
And people were replying to his comment saying, this comment is all time, will never be beaten.
Wow.
Okay, so I've got Rory on the line here. Rory, how are you?
Good, thanks, mate. How are you?
Really good. Thank you so much for being on the show. Now, I've just run through the sketch with everyone. I want you to tell Isaac, who doesn't know what the comment is, can you say the comment and then can you give a quick 30-second synopsis of how you came up with it and what your brain process was? Because for all those young commenters out there, you are about to witness or hear an expert in the field. So take it away, Rory.
Oh, I don't know about expert, but No, so as you so eloquently put the video that you did, so they've flown off the cliff and, to, as you said, Dido's thank you. And so I commented, did they Dido?
Oh,
incredible.
That is very, very good. Because Jack had told me, Rory, not to look through the comments because he had seen that and wanted to bring it up with me. So hearing that for the first time, I'm glad I heard it after.
I know, because you thought
making sure of the
Dido.
pronunciation of Dido. Because it wouldn't have hit as hard for me if I had read it. So I'm glad I waited, I'm glad I have that knowledge, and that all the listeners will have that knowledge as well. Because
fantastic.
That is a great comment, Rory. What did we want? We wanted the.
I just wanted a quick, how did you come up with it? It was just spur of the moment. Was it inspiration, or did you really think about it?
Honestly, that was just spur of the moment. I just got home from work and I was getting changed, and I was on the gram, just multitasking.
Oh.
And just happened to see it and was like, I'm big fan of Dido, big fan of you guys. So it was like a nice crossover. And then I just was like, I wish you could come up with something really clever for Comments Hall of Fame. Imagine if I got Comments Hall of Fame. And I just was like, did they Dido? Is that it? I'm going to do it. And I went for it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Calculated approach. That's
I love
a
that you are
master at
probably the only person in the world who fits the Venn diagram of Swag on the Beat and Dido.
And what a perfect video for the person in that diagram.
Now, the thing that you just mentioned it, Rory, but the thing I wanted to bring up to Isaac and pitch to Isaac is that I think that we just have to honor this comment with a Hall of Fame's induction, because it is, I think it is that good. And you mentioned it, you thought it was going to on Hall of Fame, and it did. And also the video kind of got enough traction to suggest that it could have been on the main page. So there was competition out there.
But are you saying that it wasn't the top comment likewise? So
I didn't even check that because I was so excited. I started shaking when I saw it. So I'm not really sure about that. But what I wanted to say is, can we come over the top here? Now, I know there'll be purists out there that don't like this, and there may be members of the Comments Hall of Fame, one of which is in the room. Mike, do you have any,
as a Hall of Famer,
would you accept this induction?
I think I would.
Okay, great.
I would. Yeah.
Great. Well, if you can, we'll call Metallica after this as well and see what they reckon, because they are also on the Hall of Fame. But that's good. If we're all in agreement, I think I would like to put Rory on the Hall of Fame.
As you know.
And also, his Instagram handle is very great. Okay. It's also, what's the story, Rory?
Oh. We should write that as the Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah, great.
Sticker.
So Rory,
what I'm saying is, yes, obviously, all the rules. Obviously, that's going on the Hall of Fame.
Okay,
the
great.
rules are malleable as always,
Great.
and even if they weren't, I would still make an exception to the rules. So well done. What's the story, Rory?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. In the words of Dido, thank you.
Oh, he's done it again! Put him on twice!
It's a Comments Hall of Fame.
What's the story, Rory? Okay. What's the story, Rory?
Turn to page 394.